Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our Herbalife Nutrition.
Oh, sorry.
Not to worry. There we go. We are exactly 8 o'clock. We're exactly on time. Welcome to our Herbalife Nutrition Opportunity presentation. To our valued Herbalife customers who've come to see the benefits of becoming a distributor, and also to those who have come to learn about the opportunity and to earn an extra income or a serious career level income. Next slide, please. So my name is Laverne Buerta. I will be your MC this evening. I'm a 44-year-old mom of two beautiful little boys. These products, as well as the opportunity, has changed my life forever. I went from always being tired, always being hungry, being super unhappy in my body, to now having energy for days. I've been maintaining my goal weight for 4.5 years. And because of this opportunity, I get to help support, motivate other women to get similar results. I've had the opportunity to travel the world, so I am forever grateful for what the products as well as the company has meant to me personally. Your ultimate goals may include choosing when you work, positively impacting others, earning an extra income, looking better and feeling better, or spending more time with family and friends. I'm going to hand over to Amanda James, who's a mom of two in a very similar situation as myself, international supervisor, and she's going to handle the company and the products. Over to you, Amanda.
Thanks so much, Laverne. Yes, so my name is Amanda from Johannesburg, and after my second child was born, I was not happy with my weight, and I hated exercise, and I spent way too much money on takeaways. And after I tried my first Herbalife shake, I absolutely loved it. And I'm actually enjoying my exercise now, which is really funny. And the nice thing is I'm able to actually make a part-time income, which is such a bonus. So, yeah. So, just to introduce, this is the founder, Mark Hughes. And he actually started the Herbalife at the age of 23. And he wanted to spread the message of good nutrition. And Mark's dream is now a reality as Herbalife operates in over 90 countries. And he said that your success is only limited by your own hard work and your own imagination. And yes, with Herbalife, you can utilize our strengths for your benefit with their amazing products. And they've been in business for over 4 decades. And yeah, they're open in over 90 countries, and they have a support system for training and personal growth, and has had $8.9 billion in suggested retail sales in 2020, and they are just growing and growing. So Herbalife offers nutrition for a healthy, active life. Globally, over 5 billion servings of Herbalife Nutrition Formula 1 were sold in 2020, which makes us the #1 shake in the world, which is amazing. Herbalife has a world-renowned team of nutrition and scientific advisors to guide and participate in our product development and testing programs. And these experts endorse our high-quality products as being the best in the market. There's a seed to feed program, which means from the time that our farmers seed the fields to cultivate the land, they ensure quality is guaranteed throughout until it's in your hands, which is amazing. So let's start your day the right way. So treat yourself to a light taste experience with the Formula 1 Healthy Meal Nutrition Shake. It's a satisfying healthy meal that helps you get the most out of your morning. So which would you choose? So cafe latte and a blueberry muffin is 440 calories, or a Herbalife shake, which is 200 calories, and it's delicious. Great. Now onto the stars of the show. We have our core products, which is our stamp, which is our shake, our tea, our aloe, multi-fiber, and protein drink mix. We have amazing snacks. We've got a targeted nutrition range and a vegan range. We've also got the Herbalife 24 sports range. So you can take your training and recovery to the next level with Herbalife 24, the first 24-hour sports nutrition line. We've also got, just like we've got products for the inner you, we've got cutting edge products for the outer you. So we've got the Herbalife skin range, the collagen, and we've also got herbal aloe range. Now onto these wonderful product testimonials. Herbalife nutritional products are intended solely for the purpose of supplementing a person's diet and providing nutritional support for the body's natural processes. Herbalife products are not intended to prevent or diagnose any illness, medical condition, or medical disorder of any type whatsoever. But look at these amazing results. It's absolutely incredible. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well done. That was actually Amanda's very first time doing a slot, and you did an exceptional job. Well done to you. And as Amanda was saying, as you guys can see, around the world, people have been getting incredible energy results, weight loss results, just to live healthier, to gain muscle mass, to gain weight, as well as incredible skin results. So, as we always say, with great results come an incredible opportunity, and I am going to hand over to a little powerhouse, but do not be deceived. She's just finished is it a degree? She's just finished studying as a Montessori teacher. She's doing Herbalife part-time, and the personal growth that she's experienced from this opportunity is just phenomenal. So without further ado, over to Supervisor Bianca van Eyck. Take it away.
Thank you so much for that introduction, Laverne. Hello, everyone. I'm Bianca. I'm 23 years old. And like Laverne said, I recently have my diploma in Montessori teaching, and I'm doing Herbalife part-time, but with a full-time attitude. And I'm going to tell you guys how we make money in this amazing company. Okay, so with great products comes an amazing opportunity for people to either make an extra income, just a little bit on the side, or to make a full career level income. So across the world, there are 4 mega trends that are always on everyone's mind: wellness, weight loss, skincare, and energy drinks. And Herbalife Nutrition caters for every single one of these mega trends, and we're right in the middle. So who do you know? Wherever in the world, Herbalife is open in over 90 countries all over the world. So you can sign people up, you can earn in international currencies, you get a little card. It's very exciting. So whoever you know, they can become part of the business or just use the products. Next slide. Okay. So where does all the money come from? So first of all, you buy at a discount and you sell at retail price, and you immediately make a profit into your pocket from getting customers. Then your customers start getting interested and you sign up your first few distributors, and then you start earning wholesale profit from your team. Then you start developing your team and you build up to supervisor, and your team members build up to supervisor, and that's where you get royalties, which we call the forever money that is infinite. You can even earn monthly production bonuses, and you can qualify for promotional gifts, international trips where you can leave your wallet at home and you won't even touch it. There's no other vacation like a Herbalife vacation, I've heard. Okay. So just to explain a little bit how the marketing plan works. So when you sign up as a distributor, you start off a 25% discount. So let's say, for example, you order products for a value of 400 Rand retail price. You will pay Herbalife 300 Rand for those, your customer pays you 400 Rand, sorry. You pay Herbalife 300 Rand, and that 100 Rand difference goes straight into your pocket. So if you have 10 people who order that same thing, you can immediately make 1,000 Rand profit. Then you build up the marketing plan. In between, you have 35% discount, 42% discount, and ultimately 50%, with the shakes taste so much better. And here, if you do exactly the same work as you did at 25%, you'll be making double the profit. So just imagine you doing the exact same thing, but you're getting double what you got. So now you're really enjoying the business. People want to know where you're getting all of this extra money from, and they start signing up underneath you. Again, they also start off at 25%. So now between your 50% and their 25%, there's a 25% difference. So whenever they make sales, you will get 25% of that. So if you have 3 people doing exactly the same as you did, you can get 3,000 Rand and you can sign up as many members as you want, and you can start making a really good profit from them building up. So now you're helping your team members, they're doing really well, and all of a sudden they're also at 50%. So now there's no more difference, but Herbalife isn't going to stop giving you money. They're going to give you 5% from that person's whole organization, 3 lines deep and infinitely wide. So you can make, so see that Brian is now a supervisor. He helps his team exactly the way you helped him. They're at 50%, you make 5% on that. And now there's someone from the UK where you can start making pounds from them, from 5% from their company. So royalties is honestly, that number is, there's not even a number to give you there because that is infinite. That is where the big money comes from. So now the Herbalife difference. There's a low, very, very, very low startup cost. The amount that we pay for the amount that we get is just insane. There's excellent training and support systems exactly like this one. You don't have any employees that you have to worry about. There's a high income potential, flexible location. You can be at home, you can be at the beach, you can be wherever you want, and you can work, and you can decide if you want to do it part-time or full-time. A lot of people have their job, they do it part-time, and then eventually they'll go full-time because the opportunity is just so amazing. Okay, so the distributor action plan. So as a Herbalife distributor, you work to build a strong, sustainable business, because obviously that's what's going to get you growing a really big, nice team. So you want to use the products and get your own amazing results. You can't sell a product that you don't know how it works, how it feels while you're using it. So that's the best way to start. Then you share your results with your circle of influence. Start off with people that you know because they'll trust you more. You get a few clients going every month. Try and get new people into your funnel. That's what we call it. Then you can start signing up team members. So try to sign up 10 first line distributors each month and find 2 out of those 10 are actually going to work the action plan. And then you attend events with your team. We have an amazing event at the end of the year, and you want to take people with you because they're going to feel that energy, they're going to feel those stories, and that's what's going to get that fire lit in their hearts. So daily activities to find new customers. Social media is very, very big at the moment. That's what got all of us through COVID. Our businesses boomed because of social media. You can do invitations, flyers, ads, shake parties, spa days, businesses, people you know, like I said, your circle of influence, they'll trust you easily. You can have a grand opening when you start, your sponsor can help you, and even do fitness camps. We have boot camps running at the moment, and you're adding in that 20% exercise and then offering them their 80% nutrition. So fit camps can go hand in hand if that's something that you want to do. So now you know all of this. How do you get started? You buy this little bag of dreams for, let me just move this, only 576 Rand. You're buying a whole business, a support structure. You are buying so much. So in that little bag, you get a shake, you get a shaker and a scoop, you have marketing materials, and you have your own Herbalife site that you can use, and you get a website that you can start off with. And honestly, it's such an amazing opportunity, and it's a once-off sign-up fee. There's no monthly obligations. You don't have a minimum order. You don't have a maximum order. You order whenever you want to. And guys, this is just such an amazing opportunity, and I really hope that those of you who aren't part of it yet are excited to become part of it. Thank you so much for having me. Enjoy the rest of the presentation.
Well done, Bianca. That was really an exceptional job. I swear every time I see you do the marketing plan, you just get better and better. So well done for explaining that. Right, so all across the globe, people have been getting incredible income results from this opportunity. But tonight we have 3 very excited distributors who are going to share a little bit about their income stories. So first up, we have Iris. I believe Iris has had, oh my word, just look at that, incredible results. So I'm not going to take away from your story. Please take it away, Supervisor Iris Ellis. Are you there, Iris?
Hi, I am
Oh,
here.
yay! There we go. Please share your story with everyone.
Hi, everyone. I just want to briefly share my weight loss journey with you. At a very low point in my life, I met Hansi Low. I know you all know Hansi through an ad in a local newspaper. And I made an appointment with him. He did my body analysis and my visitor of fat was 21. And I was so shocked to see that that's why I couldn't breathe properly. And then I joined the 12-week weight loss challenge with him. And my first month was very challenging because I had to eat less and cut out some of the foods I enjoyed. I decided to sign up with Herbalife so I could buy products at a discount price. And I started with a shake and the tea, and that time it was the fiber and herb tablets. And after 6 months, I lost 27 kilograms. And my friends and my family all asked me, what did I do? And I must help them with weight loss. So I helped them, and then I found myself in business. During the next 5 years, I was under huge stress due to challenges in my marriage. And I picked up a lot of that weight again. Sorry, my cat is in the way. And I was still using the Herbalife products, but I was also eating anything I see, I eat because it makes me feel good when I eat. Eventually, I got divorced and I gradually started healing inside. When lockdown came, 2020, I had time to reflect on my emotional eating. I decided to put a note on my fridge. Are you hungry? So that note reminds me to check on my emotional state as opposed to my real state of hunger. And it helped me to say no to certain foods. I focused on the products and started to exercise again. I was motivated again. My friends and family again noticed my situation change. I'm now on my way to my desired weight. I lost so far 38 kilograms. And I still want to lose another 14. And the business is also booming. Thank you.
Oh my word, Iris, what an inspiring story. 37 kilograms is a whole person. Well done. And as we always say, it's 20% exercise, 80% nutrition,
Yes.
and you put that 100% mindset on the fridge. Well done, girl. And
Thank you.
as you can see, great results lead to a great opportunity. Thank you so much for sharing. Next up, we have Alda. Thank you, Iris. Next up to share her story is Alda. Alda is a very excited supervisor who just did her first cut, active supervisor, which is such an exciting step in the marketing plan. So I'm not going to take away from your story, Alda. Next up, supervisor Alda Kitsov. Please share with us your story.
Hallo.
We can hear you. You can share, Alda.
Hi, ek is Elda van Mariesburg, soos julle kan sien, load shedding. En ja, ek het vir Elsa gesê ek sal praat op die voorwaarde dat ek Afrikaans kan praat. Want ek glo daar's 'n klomp van ons wat ook Afrikaans is in die groep. Ja, ek het dan yes.
Elda, I'm going to ask you if I can just translate. So if you can just do a bit of your story and then I'll translate. And then again, because we do have some international guests on the call that can't understand Afrikaans, but I'm going to
Okay.
help you.
Okay. So ek het in Desember ook begin nadat ek net ongelukkig was in myself met lockdowns optel en menopause en al daai dinge dat ek net nie goed gevoel het oor myself nie. En toe het ek op Amori se aanvanklik die bootcamp by Malta gesien op die advertensie. En toe het ek eers net daar gejoin.
Okay, so Alda also needed to look at her results after lockdown last year. And she saw an advert of Amori, am I correct?
Ja, het was actually Malta wat Amori se bootcamp geshare het, ja.
Okay, so she saw a bootcamp ad.
Ja, en toe het die Malta daarna vir my gevra of wil ek nie graag die 10-day challenge doen nie. Toe het ek eers vir haar gesê nee nie nou nie en toe na so 2 rondes toe sê ek vir haar yes, kom, let's do this. So toe het ek 'n ronde van dit gejoin en daarna was ek net soos hooked, ek wou nie weer ophou. Die shakes was heerlik, die snack idees was net soos absolute amazing en daarna het dit net gegroei.
Okay, so you offered Alda to do the 10-day shape-up challenge, which she refused twice. She eventually had to give in and she was just absolutely loving it. The snack ideas, the support, and it almost sounds like the rest is history.
Yes, daarna het ek net begin en toe het my gevra, toe was ek assistant captain op een van die 10-day challenge teams en daarna was ek dit net soos, dit was absolute amazing. Ek het dit net geloof. Ek het, ja, nou het ek 8 kilogram verloor en ek voel goed oor myself en ja, mense begin net vir jou te vra, wat doen jy? En nou het ek al 2 teams 2 keer al gehelp, so dit is net absolute amazing hoe die mense vir jou vra. Wat gaan vir wat?
I love it. So after being incredibly skeptical, he asked twice to be part of a challenge, which is the support structure we have for our clients. She ended up getting incredible results. People started asking. She's enjoying it so much and her business is really flying.
Yes, ek werk saam met 'n vriendin van my op die dorp. Ons twee is net soos 'n mean team. Ek wou aanvanklik net doen om soos ook by die 50% afslag uit te kom. Maar daarna het sy vir my gemotiveer en ons het gedraai by LDW en daarna was dit net soos boom, dit vloei. Die mense bly vra en ja, soos wat Bianca net gesê het, results op sosiale media is absoluut 'n go-to. Daarna kry jy net soos ongelooflike navraag wat mense vra en ons het Dinsdag het ek en my vriendin op die dorp weer 'n shake party gehad en ja, die mense love shake parties en net as jy bietjie gemotiveerd voel net om weer daar te hoor wat almal sê, dis absoluut amazing. Shake parties, social media is 'n absolute must go-to. En ek love die Herbalife
Okay,
shake.
so the last... Alda, I'm just going to translate the last bit and then I'm going to ask you, do you know how much money you made last month? So she joined up with a friend, which also lives in a small little town where she does. The two of them make up a mean team. They have shake parties. And initially, she just wanted to reach the 50% discount level. That's really all she wanted. But she attended a live event, and now she did her first Cut Active Supervisor. And it's all because of her incredible results. People are asking. So she's really a walking billboard for her business. Alda, do you know how much money you made last month?
Nee, ek is nie presies seker nie. Ek weet die check van Herbalife was 1.9 ja. Maar die res van soos jy sê, daai wat jy maak wat die verskil is van wat die kliënt betaal en wat jy betaal, daai som het ek nog gemaak nie.
Okay, so Alda knows that she earned about 1,500 rand from her team that she started building. She's not been keeping track of her retail profit, which is very, very essential because that's how you can share with somebody else the amount of money that you've made so that you can get them interested and you can change somebody's life that way. But from a super skeptic to somebody that's flying, well done, Alda, and thank you so much for sharing your story tonight.
Dankie, Levin.
Thank you. And our last story, but not the least, is one of my very dear friends. Morgan is actually an ex-soccer player. He's all the way from the Congo. As you guys can see, he's had incredible weight gain results. So we are not a weight loss company, although people get incredible weight loss results. Just look at these weight gain results. Morgan has just had a little baby. So I'm going to hand over to you, my friend, Wilty Mengber. Morgan Molishwa, take it away.
Oh my God, fire me up. Thank you guys so much for an amazing opportunity to grow. My name is Morgan, originally from DRC Congo. I am 25 years of age. Before this amazing company, I was a skinny soccer player and also a depressed dropout student who was searching for an opportunity to really be great in life, to to become somebody tomorrow, right? While I was on the search of what can I put my hands on, what can I do? A very good friend of mine invited me to a Herbalife event, you guys. Immediately I went into the event. I had people making money, I had students making money, and I was like, if they can do it, so can I. Immediately I got started on the business, and they told me that in order for me to be successful in the business, I need to use the product. They didn't quite understand how do you start a business and eat your own stuff, But because I was hungry to change my life around, I got on the product skeptically. Within 4 months, getting an amazing 10 kg of lean muscle. Overall, I've been able to get an amazing 14.7 kg of lean muscle. My energy is great, and that's what got me in business, right? First month in the business, and 846 rand, 846 rand, which I'm super grateful for. That was a light at the end of the tunnel to show me what was possible for my life if I can work harder. Being able to average over 10,000 rand with this amazing company. Last month, just over 4,000 rand. I'll forever be grateful to Herbalife Nutrition. I love this company.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing, Morgan. And your team is currently on fire. I'm sure that really is just the tip of the iceberg for you. Well done. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Right. So next up, before we announce the special guest, I myself am not special just enough to be doing so. I'm going to hand over to the top 1% of the company, which is our president's team level. This is a very dear friend of mine. I've had the privilege of becoming a very good friend, traveling the world, having the most amazing special times, memories, lots of laughs together. So without further ado, over to you, Mr. President's Team, Ace Nim.
Hey everybody, and how are we all doing? It's Thursday, just before a long weekend, and we're all sitting here tonight having a look at what the possibilities are with Herbalife. But just quickly, my story, 27 years ago, went on the products, got very good results. At that stage, I was going to run my 7th Comrades, and I took the products correctly and dropped a couple of kilos quickly, and I bettered my best time in the Comrades that year by 42 minutes. That was my 7th Comrades, subsequently did 13 of them, but I don't suggest people must run the Comrades to actually do Herbalife. But, when you get results, like everybody said, if you get results on the products, things change. People start asking questions, and obviously with results like that and the times coming down, people want to know what I was on. And as sports people, you take everything. If somebody takes something out of his stock bag and it looks good and it gives him energy, you want some of that. So that is how you accidentally stumble into the business when you start getting results. And I, just looking at Iris there and Imelda and Morgan, where people come from and where they can go with this business is just incredible when you start focusing on yourself first with the products, and then obviously later on how you can help other people. So that is pretty cool. But, it's not about me or anybody else, but we've got a special guest on the call tonight. And he's a traveling Wilbury. And, when they go on travels, he makes sure that it's the best way to travel. And, if you guys looking at us for the very first time, and you go with us overseas, just hang around him. He will take you to places that you have never seen and even dreamt of in your whole life. And, before I introduce him, just quickly, his background, they just actually got back from another big tour. And one of the segments of the tour was he got invited to a millionaire team experience in London, where when you get to the millionaire team level, the company flies you out Happy days. The company flies you out to London, where they wine and dine you, and just give you that feeling, and congratulations and everything that that you deserve, being where you are, and how many people has been helped, and how many people has been changed. Life's been changed, and obviously he took his partner with Karina, and obviously she can tell a lot of stories, hanging around with Howard, going to all these incredible places. But listen, before we get, the call gets too long, gotta get Howard on the call, because I tell you what, I think I met you in India, Howard, way back, and that was quite an experience on its own. That was quite amazing, and he will tell you a little bit more about that. But out of that meetings and traveling to India, he built up a strong team in India as well. And Howard, I think it's time now for you to share your story and just inspire these gang on the call in what is the possibilities, where you come from, where you are now, and where you can see us going in the near future. So is Karina going to be with you on the call as well? Yeah.
No,
she's just
she's looking after the cat.
Anyway, listen, everybody, let's welcome onto the call, give him a big shout out, international millionaire team, soon to be praised, Mr. Howard Warner.
Wow, the crowd go crazy. Thanks, Ace. I will talk as long as what happened in Prague stays in Prague. On the railway station. Hi guys, that is a horrible story. Yeah, my name's Howard Warner, and my journey started a long time ago. I used to have a big packaging and stationery company, and a friend of mine said, Howard, you're a businessman, I really value your opinion. Won't you come and look at this business with me, and we'll go for a beer afterwards. So I was a bit thirsty, wasn't getting out, so I decided to go with him. And he took me to this presentation, and there were about 150 people in the room, and a lot of music, a lot of clapping, and I thought they were all crazy. I really just wanted to get out of there. And he put me in the front row, so I couldn't get out. So what I got out of that meeting was I saw that people were having fun. They seemed to be making a bit of money, and the product seemed to be working. So I thought, let me just join. And I started doing the business on a part-time basis. And I was just having fun with it and just enjoying myself. And I went overseas to Vienna, Amsterdam, Barcelona, saw the vision of the company, and I thought, wow, no, this is something I really want to do full-time in the future. I also managed to qualify for a free cruise, fully paid for, in the Caribbean, and I was just blown away. And then what happened in my life, my marriage started going down the tubes, and I heard India was opening, and I thought, you know what, let me go to India and go do the Herbalife business there. And so I closed my company and I jumped on a plane and I went to India. And my Indian friend says, Howard, you're crazy, man. These Indians have been using herbs for thousands of years. They're never going to buy this stuff from America. But I'd been overseas and I'd use the products. I'd help open Botswana in the meantime. And I had a lot of confidence in the company and the products. So I arrived in Bangalore with my 2 suitcases, not knowing a single person. And I had to start walking on the streets. And Danny Kittner, a good friend of mine, he also arrived there. We were a couple of expats that arrived. There were probably about 20 or 30 of us that arrived from around the world in India to open India. And we just started walking the streets and started talking to people and started the meetings and started training the local population really until they could take over from us. And I stayed there for 13 months and I built a very strong team over there. And unfortunately, a lot of it collapsed. The reason being was they weren't eating the products. Everybody wanted to do the business and they're buying products, but they were just sticking them under the bed. And so the Indian business actually collapsed. And so I came back to South Africa and started rebuilding the business over here. And in the meantime, the Indian business started climbing again. And I'm very happy to say that India is now the 2nd largest market in Herbalife worldwide. It was just announced last month. It's just gone crazy over there. And they had their extravaganza 2 weeks ago, and there were 22,000 people in the extravaganza. And there's over 300 president team members in India. So it's really been a huge success story, and over 33% growth in the last quarter. So I'm very happy to have a slice of that. I wish it was all underneath me, and then I'll be making $1 gazillion a month, but it wasn't to be. But I'm happy. I've got a very nice team there. I'm very proud of them. And anyway, so I came back to South Africa and I met the lovely Karina, and we do the business together. And we've been very blessed. We've been able to really tour the world with Herbalife. You know, Herbalife, you can qualify, you can go do different things. You can qualify for free vacations, and which they pay for everything, tips and everything. You don't take a cent out of your pocket. And then you can also attend extravaganzas. So whenever there's an international event, we always go over there, and then we always add on a couple of extra weeks. This was after Geneva. It was a future president team retreat where they show us the lifestyle of the aces and the Elsas and what have you. And then we took our kids over and we sent them off to Vienna to Venice, because Geneva is so damn expensive. And then we hooked up with them later, and we just toured all the Christmas markets of Europe, which was a lot of fun. Yeah, so yeah, here's some of the paid for vacations. The top left there you can see Magda and Brian, and there's Elsa, there's Peter and Sandra, there's Karina, myself. That was on a cruise down the Venice Grand Canal all the way to Croatia and the Greek islands and back. And we didn't take a cent out of our pockets, not even for tips. We could drink what we wanted, eat whatever we wanted, excursions. It was totally amazing. Bottom left, that's Karina. We're parking in the Bay of Kotor in Montenegro. Absolutely beautiful city. They shot some of the Game of Thrones over there. This was the last international vacation we could attend before COVID, and this was in Turkey. We went on to Cappadocia. Elsa came along as well. We all stayed there, and then we hooked up with the rest of the Herbalife people in Antalya. But this was Cappadocia. We stayed in a cave hotel. It was just totally amazing, and we went hot air ballooning. Just absolutely stunning. All because of Herbalife. But it doesn't happen without work. So we wanted to go to the big falls in Chobe. So what we do is we put a plan together, and then on the way up to Chobe, we stop and we hook up with our team members, and then we train them. This is in Mahalapi under a tree. You know, that's the beautiful thing about Herbalife. You can really do it from anywhere. We just have a little pitch book. I mean, we tell the story, we share the testimonials, and give them the vision of Herbalife. So we love incorporating the Herbalife business in our activities and in our travels. And here you can see that in Soweto, my Soweto name is Sipo, which means gift. Karina and I worked in Soweto for about 12 years. We started nutrition clubs and boot camps there. You can see having a lot of fun taking the business and the products to the people in Soweto. And then in the bottom two pictures, that's our boot camp in the local park in Fairland. Again, you can see it. There's quite a lot of people over there. And that's hard work. And then in end of April last year, we decided to make the big move. We have all the children staying with us in Johannesburg in the big house there. And so we decided to leave them behind. We did it the other way around. And excuse me, they're staying in the house. And now we've moved down to this is our place in Gordons Bay, where we, this picture was actually taken 2 days ago. And now we stay in Gordons Bay, and we do the business from here. Absolutely love it down here. Thank you, Cape Town. And so what Ace mentioned was, it's called the New Millionaire Team London Experience, which I qualified for during COVID and couldn't go. So they told us in May, guys, you're going to London in July. So we had to scramble like crazy to get visas, which took 7 weeks from London to get our visas. And then we went to London, and I'll get back to London again. And then from London, we flew to Amsterdam, and we hooked up with Katie, my daughter. And then we stayed there for 4 days. And then we went to, there's Katie and Karina. Yeah. And then from Amsterdam, we flew to Stockholm. That's us in the ice bar. It's be honest with you, it's a bit of a con. It's like a refrigerated, butcher's refrigerator. They put 40 tons of ice in, and you drink your drinks out of ice and ice glasses, anything like that. And then the top right is Gamlestan. That's the old city in Stockholm. And the bottom is the underground railway system, the most incredible underground railway system, where every railway station has been painted. It's absolutely beautiful. It was during a heat wave there. It was 40 degrees. And so we decided to go to the ice bar and go do the underground stations. And then they took us to the Nobel Museum. And this is very exciting for us because, as you know, we've got 4 Nobel Prize winners. We've got the Arch, and we got Madiba and de Klerk, and then we got Lutuli. And so here you can see them, they're also recognized there. And then that's Karina in the Nobel Prize Museum in the bottom right. And then very special for us Herbalife distributors. Amanda spoke to you about the scientific advisory board from Herbalife. And one of the doctors there is Dr. Louis Ignaro. He won his Nobel Prize for his work in nitric oxide. And those are the molecules that's good for the heart. It increases the circulation and keeps your arteries soft and supple so you can't have a heart attack. And so he won his Nobel Prize in medicine. And we got guys like this on our medical advisory board, which is truly phenomenal. His technology, girls can close your ears, but guys, his technology is actually in Viagra as well. We don't have Viagra. We have a product called Nightworks, and that oxygenates the entire body. So we're very privileged to have somebody of the standing on our medical advisory board. So back to London, where it all started. We flew from Stockholm, also went back to London again, yeah. And there, Karina forgot to bring me my shake, so I just put in the stocks. And this is, I'll get to the training, but what Herbalife did for us, they gave us a taste of the future, what it's the taste to be at the top level in Herbalife. And they actually collected us from the airport. They took us to the Hilton on Hyde Park, which is a 5-star hotel, where they wined and dined us, most incredible foods. They took us on the Thames on this boat. I know if you want to go for New Year, it's 10,000 Rand a head. They took us on this boat, and it was just canapes and fine food and dining at sun, watch the sun go down. And we hooked up with all the other people from around the world, from Scandinavia and from the Russian states and that. You can see it was really fine wining, international wines and everything like that. It was just beautiful. It's just incredible. You got to do this thing. And after this whole London experience, we had to get to Stansted Airport, which is an hour and a half away, and a big black Mercedes-Benz arrived outside for us, and we had our own private chauffeur took us to the airport, and so we could fly to Amsterdam. So this is what the training looked like. It was totally amazing. So we've got all these different people from all these Russian states and from up north. A lot of them couldn't speak English. So that little box you see on the left, on the table there with that screen there, you could put your questions into there and talk into that mic. It would go through to a translator, and then everybody had headsets, and there were translators translating all the different languages back into your home language. You just tune into a frequency, and so we had all these different languages being translated into our home languages. On the right, that's Karina opening up our gift box. We got lovely branded glasses, and that's lovely branded flasks we got. And just have a look at that table. Every day we had like 4 bottles of aloe. We had NRGs, the energy drinks. We had chocolate bars. We had chips. We had headsets, and this was recharged, and bottles of water, obviously. This was recharged every single day. So afterwards, we could take as much as we like home with us. And there you can just see the different languages that we were being translated into. Mongolian. We've even got president team members in Mongolia. It's totally crazy, this business. And so those are languages. Next one. So for those of you who haven't seen the vision of the company, this is the vision of the company, to be the most trusted nutrition and lifestyle company through the success of our distributors and the results of their customers. So it's a very, very powerful testimonial. I suggest you take a screenshot of it if you can, because this is, you can see that the distributors, we are at the forefront of the company. The company realizes the value of the distributors. Without looking after the distributors and without looking after the customers and without having these incredible products, we wouldn't have a company. So it's a great partnership between all of us, and that's why I think Herbalife is such a successful company. And I'm not sure if any of you saw this. They went through this with us in London when they went through the vision of the company, where it's going, and then they announced it on the 2nd. This is the biggest investment in Herbalife's history. It's $400 billion that they're spending on technology. That means on computer systems. And it's going to bring everything together. It's going to give the distributor and the customers a better experience. It's going to increase make it easier for customers to sign up and to what we call onboard them, to put them through a training structure and support the customers and support the distributors. It's a huge investment. So what you see now is nothing like what you're going to be seeing down the line. And they're going to start rolling it out. They haven't given us a timeline yet, but you'll see the improvement in the literature that comes out, the customer booklets, with all the product brochures. You're going to see a difference in that. So it's all going to be pulling it all together. And this is what they went through with us. They had the heads of all the different departments come to us and explain to us what's going to be happening, where we are now and where we're going to. So what I'm saying is, trust the company. It's not always easy. Sometimes things aren't going well. But I'm just going to tell you, just trust the company. They've got this whole thing figured out. They're so far ahead of the pack. If you remember a year or two ago, people were saying, oh, we can't have shakes. It's got too much sugar, blah, blah, blah. And now all our shakes are vegan friendly, gluten free. It's totally, Herbalife is so far ahead of the pack. Now, Kevin Green, he was our guest speaker for the 2 days. Kevin Green is a Scottish international boxer. You probably say we call him somebody from the wrong side of the track. Bit of a brawler, street fighter. Look at all the tattoos there. You can see he grew up rough and tough. And between him and his wife Sarah, they've built one of the most incredible Herbalife organizations in the entire world. One of the biggest organizations. It's absolutely incredible. And he'll tell you he's not a high-tech person. He's a very simple person. And the way they built the business, he shared this with us. Now, we won't be going through what all the training we got from Kevin this evening, but what I would suggest you do is to tune in next Thursday to the call for supervisors, where we'll have more time to go through it. And I will, if I get the chance, I'll be able to share with you what Kevin taught us and how he's managed to build this, and Sarah have managed to build this incredible organization. And he's in the top 20 checks in the entire world. It's absolutely unbelievable. It's very simple, and anybody can do it. It just requires a little bit of work, but he taught us a couple of tricks over there. That's him with Dr. Orlani. I'm sure a lot of you know her from Pretoria, just qualified as a medical doctor and also flying in the business. So this is something I was like, if you don't build your dream, somebody will hire you to build theirs. And isn't that so true? When you work for a boss, they're always only going to pay you just enough to keep you there. You're never going to get more. And the saying, if you carry on working on this, I'll be able to buy my new Lamborghini next year. So this is what we basically do in Herbalife. As a leader, you help your team help others. And even Robert Kiyosaki, he tells it, and he's written books about it. The richest people in the world look for and build networks. Everybody else looks for work. That's Robert Kiyosaki, one of the giants. And this is just showing you a glimpse of what happens at an extravaganza. This is one that Ace and I and Karina, we were all at Prague at this extravaganza. It was totally unbelievable. All the countries this is just EMEA, by the way, which is Europe and Africa. This is not the rest of the world. And this is where you have the most incredible trainings and parties and inspiration. And then we've got one like that happening in Sandton in November. And if you haven't heard about it, speak to your sponsor. And I highly, highly, highly recommend that you get to Sandton to attend the extravaganza and just get the vision. I don't think I would be in Herbalife if I hadn't attended an extravaganza. That's where I really saw the vision of the company. So where to from here? There's three steps. You've got three options. If you're a customer, you can stay a retail customer. You say, no, this is not for me. I'm happy paying full retail price. Love the products. Fantastic. I'll just say like that. Or a new introductory level is what we call the preferred customer, which was introduced a couple of months ago, where you can sign up for just 358 Rand, and you're going to get vouchers and gifts. And you can start at anything from a 15% discount and go all the way up to 35% discount. You've got cheaper delivery costs. If you are a distributor already and you're not really interested in the business, you just love the products, you may even want to convert. You can do it online to a preferred customer and reduces your shipping costs. You don't lose your discount. If you're at 25 or 35, you're going to stay there. So it's and you get free shipping for bigger orders. So that's also a great position. If you say, no, I want to buy my products at a discount, I want to also build a business, I also want to be able to qualify for international vacations and higher levels of training and start making a career level income, then your step is to sign up for 576 Rand. You're going to get a member pack. You're going to get a free shake, a shaker, a scoop, a bag. You're going to get a website where you can order your products, and so Herbalife can start delivering products to your customers around the world, around the country, around the world. Yeah. So that's what we have for you. 358 Rand. There you can see a picture of what you get. You can also qualify immediately for a 25% discount. And as you start growing, your discounts can move up to a 35, 42, 50%, like Bianca told you. So the next step, what's happening around, this is in Cape Town. This is Roy Winton, fantastic golfer. He builds his business on the golf course. And you can come hear from Roy how he's built his business. And that's on Tuesday the 9th in the auditorium at Canal Walk. And then Roy and Wilry, also like high flyers, do incredibly well in the business, high personal production, good royalties, strong team, and you can learn a lot from them. And if you want to learn how they've done it, just come in Cape Town on Saturday the 13th and learn from the best. And this all leads up to the extravaganza in Sandton Convention Center. We booked our tickets, we booked our accommodation, we are there. And that's the 11th to the 13th. It's 450 Rand. And in a couple of days' time, I think it's on the 9th, the tickets are going up to 650. So you want to get your tickets now, make the commitment, and anybody with a ticket can go and speak to somebody about accommodation. It's going to be absolutely unbelievable. I believe Quentin Revoix is flying in from France. If you haven't heard Quentin's story, he is going to blow you away. He is very good looking, and his wife is just as lovely, trust me. So he's coming to share with us. And that's all from me in Gordons Bay. Thank you, Laverne.
Thank you. Great job,
Thank you, Howard.
That was so super inspirational. Thank you for sharing. And oh my word, I'm very happy to be calling you my friend. I am not missing the supervisor school next week for anything. Thank you so much.
It's going to be
unbelievable.
unbelievable.
Inspired me as if I'm a brand new distributor. Unbelievable. Thank you so much. To all our guests here tonight, thank you so much for joining us. To everybody that participated in the presentation, well done. You guys did a fantastic job. Please get back to the person that invited you to take on your next step. And we look very much forward to welcome you as a part of the Herbalife Nutrition team. Take care, guys. Thankfully, nobody has to drive, and stay safe. Good night.